What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. And we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking after Manny Pacquiao lost, Adrien Broner retired. We just had the Pac-Broner fight. It was a great fight, very fan-friendly on Manny Pacquiao's side. But when it comes to the Adrien Broner side of the fight, there are many things being said about Broner's performance, his lack of punch output, and his unwillingness to engage with Manny Pacquiao. The fact that he stayed in what I'm calling a Philly roll the whole night, which is a Philly shell converted into a shoulder roll, which he was kind of like Philly rolling the whole night, and it just wasn't working for Broner. Whoever gave him that game plan to Philly roll and counter punch out of it, if he had a slightly higher mid-round punch output, I think that strategy could have worked. But I think because if you looked at Adrien Broner before the fight started and how big he was, I said he had a dope boy belly, but how big he was and how much weight he had to lose to look the way he did. He looked great for the fight, but that can wear and tear on a person's body. All the personal problems he was having can wear and tear on a person's body. And I feel like he gassed out around the third and fourth round. He was already gassed. And that caused him to go into that Philly roll and just not throw punches out of it. He was just trying to conserve his energy. I think he felt like he could absorb, once he felt Pacquiao's power, he could absorb the power until the end of the fight and try to turn it on the last 3 rounds of the fight, like the 10th, 11th, and 12th round, which he did try to do that, but it didn't work because he was just, you could tell his stamina level was nowhere near as high as Pacquiao's is, and his punch output was just way too low to compete with Pacquiao. He lost the fight pretty decisively, man. It wasn't really even a competition in a lot of ways. As far as the rest of his career goes, when people start using words about you like journeyman and gatekeeper, passing the torch, then your career is pretty much over. They attempted to do this to Pacquiao, but luckily for him, he had enough left in the tank to where he could revise his career, come back with a new team and a whole new look, and really give fans something to be excited about. For Adrien Broner, can he pull that off? Can he somehow rebrand himself? Here's a thought: Is Broner doing this to get out of his PBC contract? Did he lose to get out of his PBC contract? I know a lot of Broner fans probably feel like he could have done better, and that's a reason why he didn't perform as good as maybe people thought he should. There's too much personal stuff going on in his life. But is he trying to end his contract with PBC? I don't know exactly how many fights he has left, but I'm going to look it up and bring another video about that. With PBC, if he could get away from PBC, I think being matched up, the one good thing about PBC is they got a lot of fights at welterweight. The one bad thing about PBC is they got a lot of fights at welterweight. And when you're a guy like AB, you don't need a high-level competition fight every fight. He needs some tune-up fights in between his high. I think that's one of the problems in his career. He takes when he got famous, he started taking too many back-to-back high-level fights to where he should have been taking a high-level fight, beating journeyman or a gatekeeper, then taking a tune-up, and then beating another level tier-up of opponent. Instead of doing that, he started to try to take the Mayweather route. Well, I'm going to do these cash-out fights. Basically, I'm going to do a fight to where even if I lose, I made so much money from it, it doesn't really matter. It's just a cash-out fight. And I feel like he's been doing that for at least the past 6 or 7 fights. He's just been trying to. He's had one foot in boxing, one foot out of boxing. So he just, you know, and I blame all this on Mayweather, man. He started a whole mess in boxing with guys, you know, wanting to be A-side and not fighting guys, and then guys doing these cash-out fights, and guys just not performing at high levels anymore unless the dollars are super-duper high. So for AB, I feel like, you know, with him being such a, you know, a likable guy, he could easily switch over and do his rap thing. He could easily switch over and do the announcer thing. He could easily switch over and start some type of TV show. He's a very entertaining guy. So I don't feel like his entertainment career is over. But I feel like unless he leaves PBC boxing, because there are so many high-level fights over there for him to have every fight, I just don't see him, you know, making a bigger name for himself at PBC. I think he's going to have to either move to another promotional company, Top Rank, The Zone, not many fights at The Zone, Top Rank is still out there, or he can promote himself and just do cross-promotional fights. And he might do a little better doing that than trying to stay at PBC and fight, you know, Sean Porter, then Keith Thurman, then Danny Garcia, then Mikey. And he's going to end up losing a lot of these fights, and he's going to lose them in bad fashion. So, and it's going to really hurt his name and his brand and his marketability. So, should he retire? I would say 2 things to finish off. AB could stay in boxing and be a journeyman or a gatekeeper and survive and make, you know, $500,000 a fight, you know, $200,000 a fight. Or AB could retire and be an entertainer and probably make $5 to $10 million doing some type of TV show, or you know, making up his own YouTube TV show or something, which will probably end up coming very soon. So, do I think he should retire? Yay and nay. If he stays, he should leave PBC. So I don't think he should retire if he leaves PBC. If he stays at PBC, I think he should fight one more time, a Keith Thurman or you know, Mikey Garcia, and then retire, you know. So I would say yeah, if he stays at PBC. If you need any boxing gear, hit that description box, hit that like button for me. Please subscribe. If you know any homeless people, man, you know, 1 minute of your life and some leftovers can really change your life, man. So impact a life today. And if you ain't got nothing else to tell them about, just talk about boxing. Ali Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red, and we at it.